There's so much there. I don't like. I sucked at management, if I'm going to be honest. I started to get good when I started learning more about coaching, and the what I've learned when I bought that business is to make sure that I listen to everybody and take everybody's advice and take it all with a grain of salt, and then make a decision that's right for the vision of the website of the business, not anyone's individual sort of like, I want this because it's going to be better for this and it's going to be easy for me. Whilst that's the case, yes, it may not be the best thing for the client or the customer or anything like that. So one thing is to be an amazing listener. And this is a hard thing that because I can talk for days, and used to be able to cut people in, but the best I can do now is to just force myself to listen. And when I do that, is not just listen to respond, but listen to understand. And when I can do that, I can really see where they're coming from, and then I take that away, sit with it, and think, all right, what's the best for the vision of the company? And that's a really big thing is listen, and don't take anybody's individual like goals into account if it's going to clash with the vision of the website. Your other thing was hiring people, like how to go about that. Now, this is a fun thing. It's so fun. They say be slow to hire, fast to fire. I definitely agree with that. That's something that I've taken on board, and I've taken multiple people off my team this year. Not because they weren't any good, but because the business model was changing. And when I first started hiring, I jumped on Upwork and I looked at as many people as I could, and I tried to look at you can read reviews on reviews, and you just don't know until you get them working for you. You just don't know. So you have to, yes, do your best to really make a right decision. And then you might need to go through 2, 3, 4, 5 different VAs to get the one that you want to keep on board with you. And it's frustrating when you've gotten your second one and you're like, this person's no good. And you're like, I got to go back to the drawing board and do it again. And yes, you do. But if you understand that this is a process, and you know that in the end you're going to have somebody that's going to work with you for a long time, and they're good, you trust them, they trust you, and they're going to do the right things, it's worth it. Like, it's definitely worth it. A second thing when hiring is that you get what you pay for. And a lot of people, this is me, when I first started, I was like, I'm going to hire this person because it's like a couple of dollars an hour. Like, this is great. And the work just wasn't there. And it's actually cost you more money in the long run to have to hire somebody to do it again, or you to change it yourself. So it's going to cost you more time and more money. So normally it's better to pay for the quality in hiring. And that's my biggest tip there when you're hiring VAs or anybody really is you pay people what they're worth.
Yeah, definitely. And it's funny, I just got an email from someone the other day. They said, hey, why don't you use this other VA service? You can get it for way cheaper. But it's not about getting it for cheaper. It's about getting a better ROI and like getting quality, not getting your attention pulled away because someone made a mistake, and now you have to go fix it and then figure out what to do with them. So it's really common. I mean, I was that way too, right? Like in the very beginning, you're like, I want to make sure my expenses are absolutely as low as possible, but it's not always the best idea. So